Okay, so this is going to be a really important one to document at this time. We're going to zoom in on the seams right here. And this is really important to document because I don't think I've seen any videos documenting the full circumference of the Booga Sphere and whether or not it actually has these connecting seam lines. But I would love to get a hold of Jaime Maussan or Stephen Greer, anyone who is analyzing and studying the other piece, to see if it has any of these seam lines. Now, this sphere has a lot of similarities to it. Now, the geometry that we see, the cymatic vibration that is depicted and engraved on the sphere itself is a little bit different. The Booga Sphere has a 5-pointed crescent moon symbol. Now, this is a 6-pointed crescent moon, but you see it still has the same artistic signature. They're still representing the same type of vibration and the same, sigil codes. So when you study something like this, you have to say, well, if someone did create this as a replication, they did very well for also replicating the artistic signature of the Booga Sphere itself. Now that has to do with analyzing all of this, right? The ways that these indents were created and the way that they were fused together. It's not super easy. It's not a simple task. Myself, I'm a metalsmith, a goldsmith. I completed a 6-month course in Portland as well to understand metallurgy, right? To understand the full process of alchemy and how different atomic structures can actually fuse together. And that's what's unique about certain alloys. It's a very sophisticated alchemical process to merge different alloys together. So a big part of this research is going to be basically documenting the alloy composition, right? What different atomic structures are found within this alloy. And is it a highly sophisticated orichalcum alloy, or is it just your standard brass? We're going to find out. We're going to do more tests and studies, but what I wanted to truly point out was how it has a seam line, but it's still not, like I said, it's not super simple to do this. We also see there's tiny little distortions, right? There's little points where the metal hasn't completely fused, the solder hasn't completely filled every single seam. So those are the imperfections that we are documenting right now, and it is truly important. This is something that I don't believe I've ever seen close-ups on the Booga Sphere of basically any of these types of little teeny defects, because we need to see the defects. We need to understand whether or not this holds the exact same artistic signature. Now, when I study this, there's a lot of precision to it, right? There's exactly 33 holes. Now, the 3 that I've analyzed that seem to have the same artistic signature as this sphere all have a hole starting on that seam line. And one of them has 27 holes, one of them has 30 holes, this one has 33. So we're seeing increments of 3 fractalizing upward. And I believe the Booga Sphere has 36. So correct me if I'm wrong, but like I said, let's send this video out. Let's get this to Jaime. Let's connect the dots whether or not these hollow spheres are connected to the actual Booga Sphere with all of the technology, right? And the fiber optic cables. Because these hollow spheres still seem to hold part of the sigil frequency codes, the Booga Sphere microchip, the actual cymatic vibrational code, and the sigils that some may believe could create anti-gravity. And it's hard to block out any possibilities at this time, especially when we're accessing the realm of quantum technologies, which is bending the fabrics of our dimension and allowing for infinite potential. Because once we access quantum coherence and understand the full potential of supercomputing and particle entanglement, then that right there is a confirmation that tests the fabric of our reality, meaning literally it bends the fabrics of space-time, opening up torsion field, conscious quantum connections to information that's stored in an infinite data bank of multi-dimensional possibilities. So this right here says that time becomes irrelevant once we've opened up that type of a quantum wormhole. And that's what I believe has happened. You know, we've started to apex with this technology, and a lot of information is starting to come out. So we're just here to document and analyze and study what we do see. Now, as we get deeper into the geometry of this sphere, we now know that we have 33 holes. I measured every one precisely, and from the central apex of each hole to the apex of the next hole, we have exactly 1 inch. So this is 33 inches in circumference. And we have it measured at exactly 11 inches in diameter, and that's both ways. So the completion of this sphere from this apex to this apex, we see precision as well in the measurement of this spacing right here, because that would have taken the precise measurement to create basically a diameter of 11 inches precisely, because 11 inches the other way is a whole nother story. It's, you know, perfect 11 inches to 11 inches. But when you go this way, you have to make up for this gap that was created, and the two slices, the two hemispheres of the sphere aren't going to create a perfect circle if they were put together just like that. You actually needed this geometry, this measurement right here to complete the perfect diameter of 11 inches. And it spins in perfection too. You can tell there's a central vortex point to it. So stay tuned and let me know what you think. In the Divine Light Star Tribe, let's unlock the true potential of what is encoded within the art itself.